Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Pedro. Pedro is from Venezuela, but he lives in London. So let's see what Pedro has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello. Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. How are you today?
How are you, Pedro? I'm very well. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. Thank you so much.
Okay, Pedro, so just before we start the game, just tell me where you're from.
Venezuela.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, so we are neighbors.
Amazing. And I believe you live in London right now.
Yes, I live in London. I live in Vauxhall.
Ah, okay, not far. I just live in Stratton Hill.
Oh, look, we are almost neighbors. Yeah.
Hello.
So are you from oh, I think I can hear you. Listen, are you from Brazil, right?
I'm from Brazil, yes. I'm originally from Brazil, yeah. And how long have you been living in London for?
6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
And what do you like the most about London so far?
Everything, I would say. Well, I love London. You know, when I came here the first time, it was for. But actually, I knew since I left Venezuela that I was going to live in London.
Yeah.
But when I came here, it was on holidays. I came for 3 days from Spain.
Wow.
And I went back. I came here in September 2015, 14.
Okay.
And but I came to visit my uncle. And when I went back to Spain, I was like, oh my God, I couldn't wait until I came back. It was such an amazing experience.
That's amazing. And London is a lot of opportunities. London has a lot of going on. I think it's a city of the opportunities, a city of a lot of things. It never sleeps. It never sleeps for sure.
Yes,
and, And what do you do for a living, Pedro?
Well, I work in Cuba. Cuba in actually.
In Soho.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes, I do. Yes, of course I know. Yes, I know Cuba. Yes.
Yeah, I started working there in December 2020, before the second lockdown. But previously to that, I was working in a Balance Cafe. I worked there in Soho for 3 years, nearly 3 years.
Okay, and in your opinion, what's the best and the worst part of working in Cuba?
Wow, I will tell you something. This is the first time I work in hospitality, when I'm somewhere in hospitality, where I really love with the job, when I'm actually really happy. So it's hard to say that was something that what I love with everything, you know, the customers are amazing, the staff are really nice. Plus, we always have extra. It's not like we are understaffed, but we always have someone extra, so which makes the job easier. And I mean, I would say I love everything. I always say to my boss, who's now I think the person in charge, you know, manager. He's also my friend, and I'm always like, who is the person who hired me. I always say, oh my God, thank you. I really love to work here. But and the worst part, I'm so happy with the job now. Let's wait until everything reopens or everything comes back to normal. So let's see what we're gonna do. Then I can tell you.
Right, Pedro. So, and before you lived in London, you lived in Spain as well, you said?
Yes, I lived in Spain for 1 year and something, or almost a year or a bit more. I don't remember. Let me think. I think no, it was less than 1 year actually, because I came in May. And yes, there's 1 year.
Yeah. And which city in Spain you're living?
I was living in Oviedo. It's north next to Santander.
Okay.
But
cool.
The next is near Santander.
Okay, Pedro. So welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I've got here my best friend, okay, full of random fun questions, okay? So I'm just gonna play a song now, just for us to dance a little bit.
I know.
For the first question.
When I was watching the videos, I was dancing with you already.
Amazing. And if there is any question you don't have an answer for, you don't want to answer, always can change another one, okay? It's very calm, relaxed, and friendly, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Okay, Pedro, let's go for the first question. First question for you is, what does happiness mean to you?
Oh, whoa, great question. Happiness is, for me, having the capacity to enjoy each moment that make you feel when you have joy, those moments where you smile, when you are next to someone, or when you have something that makes you feel but, I mean, everything kind of lead me to happy, but this question is about happiness. So yeah, everything that makes you a smile, that where you feel good with, I think that's for me happiness. If
Absolutely.
you have a job, for example, now my job, I love it. For me, my job is happiness right now. My friends, family.
Very good.
Yes, as well, and success. You know, if you work for something, if you study something, and if you dream about something and you work really hard to achieve that, and you actually get it, that's happiness as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think happiness is the simplicity around the things that we have, as you said, family, friends, work, achievements. I think happiness is a personal feeling, it's a very simple.
Yeah, but you know what happened? I have noticed that lots of people, especially in London, they leave their countries or they have their jobs and they complain about what they have, and I sometimes I think like, you are lucky to be where you are. You have an opportunity that millions would like to have.
Absolutely.
They can learn about this and try to be happy. Happy happened to me, before when I started working in Soho Balance. I remember I was complaining all the time, and my uncle, who is one of the greatest person that one of the greatest person in my life, told me, when you go to work and you step inside, just change your mood and try to be happy, try to enjoy it, and you will see that how slowly you will change your mind and become really happy. And it actually happened to me. I started doing it, and I started enjoying working there.
I like that. Very good. I like that. And as you said, I think we have so much, and sometimes we forget about it. I think we have a lot. My God, just the fact we live in such a beautiful city, the fact that we can connect with people worldwide. I think we have a lot. If you could write down everything, the good thing that we have would be like, there wouldn't be space because we have a lot.
Yeah, I know, because I think it's how our societies are built.
Yeah.
So we have certain expectations from life.
Yeah.
That if we don't get them, we feel stressed or frustrated, and we think like in different ways. So if we don't have this, but we have this, we can work to get this, but we can still be happy with this. Let's be happy until we get until the point,
Absolutely. Yeah, I totally agree. Let's go for the second question. Let's do it. Right, second question. Let's do it, Pedro. Second question is, what is the most beautiful thing someone have ever said to you?
Let me think about that. Good question. The most beautiful thing? Well, again, my uncle, he told me once, we were like, I was arguing with him because he wanted me to be in a restaurant. He wanted me to go with him to a restaurant and spend the time with him. And I didn't take the phone, I didn't reply, and I used to do that before. I used to do that a lot. And he told me one day, like, the only thing I want from you is time. My uncle said that, and a friend, one of my best friends as well, she told me one day, the only thing I want from you is time. I think that's the most beautiful thing somebody has ever said to me, because it kind of makes you think that people are there and they care about you. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And I think as well, time nowadays, people are so busy with their lives, and sometimes when you give a little attention to someone, it means a lot. It means a lot, for sure. Wow, good one. Very good. I like that.
I really love that. It makes me think. I will make the quote like, the only thing I want from you is time.
And are you giving him a lot of time now?
No, actually not now. But yeah, actually, I have to give him more time. And he called me the other day. I was like, you disappeared. What happened with you? Yeah, I've been working, uncle.
I'm just teasing you. Next question, Pedro. Let's do it. Right, before the next question, tell me, what do you miss the most about Venezuela?
Yes, when I left Venezuela, well, I didn't. Everybody knows, so most of people know the situation that is not easy. But when I left the country, I left it not because of the situation, but because I wanted to try something new. I spoke with my family here. Well, we agreed that we would move to London. But it's me and my twin brother.
You got twin brother. You have a
yeah,
twin brother. Oh
yeah,
my God!
yeah,
Easy.
yes. And well, when I left Venezuela, I wasn't missing anything, to be honest. It was until a few months ago that I started watching a video on YouTube, a guy called Alex Tienda, I think. He went to Venezuela, and he was different to all other, all these YouTubers that go to Venezuela and show the worst part of it. He went there without any expectations, and he recorded the most beautiful part of Venezuela. People, places, and it kind of made me think. It kind of made me start missing my family, because I speak with them. Most of them are in Europe, but I also have people there, my grandmother, my father, and places as well. And I start thinking about all those places where I used to be, friends, my family, all my memories there. And it makes me think a lot about my family and places. So I think what I miss the most is my family, my grandmother, my father, obviously, and the places where I used to be, where I was really happy.
I see. But your parents, they live in England or in Europe?
No, my father, he lives in Venezuela, and my mother, she lives in Spain.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Next question for you is there a dream you always had?
Yes.
Tell me about it.
I mean, that I always had. It's difficult. It's a difficult question, because I think the dreams change through the years. I mean, you can always dream. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a pilot, for example, and then it changed. I wanted to be an actor. Then it changed, and I want to be a writer, and I'm now a writer. Not professional, I would say. But I write on my own. So yeah, I think now that my biggest dream is to finish a book I'm writing, a story I'm working on. Finish it and publish it.
Very good. I'm sure. Can't wait to see it.
No, thank you.
Good.
By the way, thank you for the invitation.
Always.
I feel very special.
Absolutely. And you were very sweet and very kind, very excited as well about it. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. It's all mine.
Thank you. So much. I appreciate it.
Next question. Let's do it. No problem. Next question is, if you could be any age, what age would you choose and why?
Oh, great question. I'd say 30. I'm 23, but I would say 30 because I think at that age, most of the people realize what they haven't done and what they actually need to do. It's like in an age where you have lived enough to accept things and to continue going on. So I'd say that 30.
30.
Because I think it's like where you have experienced quite a lot, and you know how life is. So you say, okay, this is what I want, this is what I should have done.
Cool. Very good. Next question for you, Pedro, from Venezuela. Let's do it. Okay, before the next question, tell me, as you said, you have a twin brother. Tell me, what's the biggest similarity between both of you, and what's the biggest difference between both of you?
The biggest similarity, I think our kindness. My brother and I, we try to be really kind. It's not that we have to. It's like it's innate. It's in ourselves. So I think it's our big similarity. Difference, it's straight. I'm just kidding. Yeah? No.
Yeah, could be. He's straight and you are gay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, but it was just yeah, okay. Difference of that quite a lot, I think. Um, but I'm quite kind, but sometimes I'm really honest. When I have to be, I am. Like if I do something, I say it. Like if I break a glass, I would say it. And my brother is more like it's not like he's a liar. No, he's not. I'm not saying that. It's just like
More private.
yeah,
More
exactly.
private.
He
He
to be
keeps.
like, exactly. If there is something that needs to be said, right, he will put quite a lot of filters. I would put a filter, obviously, but no, as he does it. So yeah, that's a big
Right.
difference. I think that I'm quite a few more, but let's stay with those.
Very good, very good. Right, good question. If you could give one advice to your president back in Venezuela, which one would be? Just one advice.
To care and think about others, being in the position where he is the president of one nation. He's in a position, in a privileged position, and he could help others. He couldn't be doing many good things, and he chose just to do everything wrong, but not just him, but everyone surrounding him. So I think I would say like you can still be there and continue being who you are, and this is not just for Nicolas Maduro, but other presidents and whoever runs nation. But you can still be helpful with people. You can still help them. You can still give. You can still work in the country or on the country to make it succeed, to make it thrive. Because it's a rich country, Venezuela, it can go out very easily. We have a lot of resources that we can use, and instead of seeing all the good parts from Venezuela, it's just making all people live in the misery, destroy a country that is beautiful, and making every Venezuelan person and people, every Venezuelan or people around the world hate him for nothing. It's like
I see.
yeah. I'm
Next question. Ready?
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Let's do it. Right, Pedro. Next question for you is: if you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go and why?
Right now, I would go. I'd say Antarctica or Antarctica. I would go there. I love cold weathers. I love snow. I really like snow. I mean, I had the opportunity to go to Switzerland. I was in the Alps in Matterhorn, and everything was full of snow. It was the first time I actually was in contact with snow, and I really love it. And London, London most of the year no, like when it's cold and it's dark, and I really enjoy it. I'd say I would go to a cold place. It could be mountains, it could be in Antarctica or anywhere in the world where it's really cold and dark, because I really like it. I love it. I don't know. People say, "Oh my God, I love the weather. The hot, sunny days." No, I am the opposite. I like the dark, cold days. The rain. I love the rain. Oh my God, yes.
You are in the right place.
yes. That I was saying to my flatmates earlier, like, if he asked me something, I would be a bit different than the others, because I was watching the interviews you make to people, and they say, "Oh, hot weathers," and it's sunny, and I'm like, the opposite, cold, rain. That's what I like.
Very good, very good. Right, Pedro, are you enjoying the show so far?
I am. Yeah, I know. I really am.
Very good. Another question for you. Let's do it. Right. Next question for you is: what does money mean to you?
So as I say, money means everything. It's what actually rules the world. We have to create this excellent system to exchange things, independent how much they're worth. But I think sometimes people forget that it's just money. I mean, it's something that is that doesn't or shouldn't shouldn't make ourselves live just for this. Because we see things like Venezuela, Maduro, these people do what they do just because of the money, because they want to have more and more, and they forget about other people's and then destroy other people's lives, and they destroy themselves as well. Money it means a lot, but it also makes us forget in so many cases that we should be kind and good.
Very good. Totally agree. I totally agree with you. I think some people they get greedy, greedy about money, exactly. and they forget about the real meaning of money. Why it's for. Okay. Next question for you, Pedro.
Yes.
Do it. Next question for you is, in your opinion, what do you think people need to know about each other before they start a relationship?
Wow, that's a very good question, because to know someone, I think it takes years, many years, and many years to know a person, and you still will have things to discover. Yeah. So the thing is, the honesty, the honesty is the first thing you should know about someone, because if you start a relationship based on lies, then it's when it doesn't work.
It doesn't go anywhere.
To someone. So I think honesty is the first one.
It's the main key. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Right, Pedro. I have 3 questions left for you.
Thank you.
Do it. Can't wait for the clubs to open again, to go off dancing.
Oh, yes.
Wait.
Fire. I love fire. I used to go to heaven before, and then I started. Well, with my Venezuelan friend, I started going to fire, which is 5-10 minutes from my house. Oh my God, I was a bit Saturday. I almost moved there. I said okay, where can I rent a room here?
Okay, next question for you is, what was the last thing that made you smile?
This video.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I'm always smiling. This is something. I always set up my mind to have a great time, so I'm always smiling. I think everything makes me smile. Sometimes I'm like a bit angry or anything, and I see my flatmate or my best friend, or I go to work and I see my colleagues, and I smile. Like it's something that comes from the inside. So.
Very good. Even before I saw you, even before we started, we were just chatting online. I could see already. I could feel your energy already. I said, "Oh my God, I'm sure you got a lot of energy. Just the way you are writing, the way you are expressing yourself.
Thank you.
I could feel already this nice vibe that you have.
Very good. Thank you very much. Same for you. I was like, when I read the message, and I read it like, what this message? It was like 2-3 days ago, and I was busy and I forgot to reply. And then I started watching the video. I watched one video, and I was like, wow. When I saw you, and I said, wow, this is very nice. It's very cool. And I said, okay. I replied, yes, I'd like to do it. It's the first time I do an interview like this that I think others are I wanna watch. So it's kind of interesting as well.
Very good, very good. I'm glad that we connected.
Thank you.
2 questions left.
And music, by the way.
Yes, I like your moves. Next question for you is, what is a significant event that has changed you?
Right. People. I want to start obviously when I was in Venezuela, my family, but I think I experienced the biggest change in my life when I moved to London. When I moved to Spain and I met my aunt, and then when I moved to London, I met my uncle. I think my uncle is the person who has changed me a lot the most. I mean, he has taught me so many things. Like he said so many things to me. When we lived together for around a year and a half, and the first month we were arguing. But it was because I was at 20 years old. My uncle is much older than me, and he's a person who is an experienced person, and he started telling me many things. Like I'll tell you, I used to like for stupid things when I was young. Like if I was late for work, I used to say, "Oh my God, because of this, of that," and he was all the time saying, "This is not like this." You know, if I say something, if I say that, if I say a lie in front of any family member, and he noticed it, he would say the set ahead in front of everybody. He's lying, and I was upset with him. Why are you doing this? He said, "You will understand me in the future. Now I am a different person. I am like, not just in this, in everything, many other things." Because when I compare myself now with who I was before I met my uncle, I say, "Well, I am so lucky that he has taught me everything, and he said all those things just before I start living alone and start having my own life, because now I am not gonna make the mistakes that I could have done if I didn't have him in my life." Yes.
Wow. And I'm sure he's going to be very happy to watch this interview and to know that he's going to be very happy.
I know, I'm not saying this, Uncle, I'm not saying this just because I want you to.
Of course,
I want something from you. You know, I want your nice pictures or your nice food. No, but I'm saying this is because my uncle is, wow. I mean, he means a lot. My family in general, they mean a lot. But my uncle is, I'm very proud to be his nephew and to have him next to me.
Very good, very good. Ready for the next one?
Yes, yeah.
Do it. Okay, so my question to you is, you always had the support of your family being gay?
Yes. Since I said yes, they have been.
Yeah.
Actually, my uncle is gay as well, so he has been like a great example for me. Mm-hmm.
Very good, very good. Last question for you is, what makes you the happiest?
Company with people. It doesn't have to be a relationship. I mean, a boyfriend, because I'm not particularly a person who I'm not easy to be in a relationship with a boy, because I'm not looking for that relation right now. But company with friends and family, I think that makes me happy. Really, really happy. You know, yeah. One day my cousin told me, like, "Oh my God, you're very helpful," because when I used to see them, I'm like, "Oh, you want a coffee? This," because I really enjoy that. So yeah.
Very good, very good. Okay, Pedro's on the end yet. Okay, let's play now the word association game, the quick thinking game. Okay, so I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me one word that comes to your mind. Okay?
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Let's start with money. One word.
Money. Opportunities.
Okay. Family.
Everything.
Love.
Commitment.
Life.
I said life is planification.
Wow, I like this word. Beautiful. How about sex?
Sex? Every day. No, necessary, special.
Very good. Politics. One word.
Second, yeah.
Politics.
Politics? Politics. Interesting.
Okay. Religion.
Difficult. Challenging.
Religion.
Religion. Oh, sorry, it's okay if I say one word that is not gonna be positive.
Of course, absolutely.
Unnecessary.
Good, absolutely.
Unnecessary.
Whatever comes to your mind, there's not right or wrong. Right, next one is fear.
Fear. Death.
Friendship.
Commitment.
Desire.
Peace.
Okay. Regrets.
Mistakes.
Okay. Success.
Success. Happiness.
Okay. Wish.
Unification. And if you ask me why, humanity unification.
Very good. Happiness.
Moments.
Good. And the last one now. Venezuela. One word.
Venezuela. Miss. I'll say miss.
Right. So let's pretend now I'm going to meet your lovely twin brother for a coffee, and I'm going to ask your twin brother, Define Pedro in one positive word and one negative word. What do you think your twin brother will tell me?
Positive, lazy. Well, when I mean lazy, it's because sometimes I am just in the bed. My best friend, he's like, wake up, come on, leave the bed, cook something, let's go to eat. He's like that. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming.
And the negative, so the positive is lazy. The negative?
Oh, no. I mean the positive. No, sorry. I said positive. I'm very positive. Yeah, and the negative would be lazy.
I see. I got it.
The positive thing, lazy. Which one would be the negative? No, but yes, that would be one of the positive things. I mean, one word.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, positive. I'm very positive, and then
okay.
lazy depends.
Okay, so let's play now. Pedro and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. You can ask me a question now.
Yes, my question is, you saw me, and you chose me. You chose Pedro to be here. So when you choose someone to be on your channel, what do you see in someone, and why did you choose them?
Very good question. Very good question. So I believe that I'm going to start in a very genuine way. I believe that people cross other people's life for a reason. Yeah, I believe that for sure. And I think when I go online to invite people, randomly people, to be very honest to you, I don't look too much into their profile. I just had like a briefly around, just have a look around, and just to see. And for some reason, if I feel like inviting this person genuinely, I do invite. And sometimes I expect the person not to reply, or to say no, or to say yes. And if they say no, it's okay, part of the journey. If they say yes, it's part of the journey as well. So I think that they're not a criteria that I that I look for someone to invite, and I try to invite people worldwide as well. That's when I see someone from different part of the world, something it gets my attention as well. But there's no a criteria or anything. I just go online, and when I see someone, I invite it. I just invite it. If the person say yes, great. If you say no, great as well. It's part of the journey, and I'm very grateful that you accept my invitation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking the time, and I just love your energy. I think you've got a lot of good energy. It's amazing to connect with people like you. Thank you so much.
No, it's my pleasure. And you have said something that is actually right. We shouldn't judge, but we should give the opportunity to everybody.
Yeah.
Open themselves and show themselves. And actually, you remind me of this book. It's called Sapiens.
Yeah.
I read this book, I think 3 times. I want to read it again. It's one of the best books I have ever read in my life, because it explains how we are as humans. And it's not from the perspective like, oh, people are like this or like that, but how complex we are inside, and we can change things. And not because you do one thing, something one day means that you are the way. So this explains a lot about our behavior. So yeah, I think
it's very good. Pedro, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for being kind and sweet, and being part of the show. And before you go, if you don't mind to share a positive message, a positive quote, something that inspires in life.
Oh, something inspiring. Well, so there is someone actually that inspired me a lot. It's a character from the book Harry Potter, Dumbledore. I look at this character and I say like, I wish most of the people could sing in the way, because it would mean that the world would be different. So we tend to think that, I heard people that say like, I give one opportunity and that's enough. And I say to people, no. If somebody makes a mistake, you can give 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities. Depends on the mistake as well. Give opportunity to the people, because people can change and they have the right to do it. They have the right to do it. So we are human. We will always make mistakes because we are not perfect. So yes, always giving opportunity to the people. Always give opportunities to the people, and again, always give opportunity to the people and expect people to change, because we are humans. we can make mistakes, and we can do everything right, everything positive. We can change everything into the best part of, or we can change something. We can change a way of, we can change a bad personality into a great personality.
That's absolutely, I totally agree with you as well.
Thank you very much.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias
All
a
the
ti.
best.
Gracias, cuídate.
Take care.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Obrigado. Ciao.
Ciao. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.